Hello, everyone. Merry Christmas. My name is Mike Royal. Some years ago, I wrote a localized piece, which was an adaptation of The Night Before Christmas. And I wrote this with my grandchildren in mind. I wanted to have something that could tie in The Night Before Christmas with some of the localized memories of landmarks and different things that I remembered as a child growing up in Southport. It's called A Smithville Christmas, and as most of you know, Smithville was the original name of Southport. And so with that, I'll begin A Smithville Christmas. 'Twas the night before Christmas, and all down the docks, the skippers were checking and doubling their knots. When all was secure and their boats put to bed, they were ready for family, their boots soon to shed. The weather was nice, with just a slight chill, and all was at peace in the town of Smithville. But during the night, as old Baldy did scan, an object was spotted in the light as it ran. It seemed so impossible as they came into view, but there in the channel, 8 tiny tugs cruised. They motored and hummed with their engines full steam as they pulled a big barge of toys and dreams. The buoys all parted and blinked as they passed, some red and some green as they gave a bright flash. They arched around Jaybird and pointed towards land and began to make noise like a full brass band. The people were all sleeping in Smithville that night and awoke to the horns now blasting delight. The sound was familiar as a carol was played. It was merry, it was soothing, as they listened and swayed. There, a brightly lit cedar, a legend of lore, like a beacon, it guided them straight to the shore. They sailed to the pier at the foot of Old Howe, where a jolly little man stood straight on the bow. His face was a circle of smoke from his pipe, and it glowed with the spray from a rough sea swipe. The townspeople gathered at the river to gaze as the little jolly pilot eased the barge into place. He began calling out to his crew on the barge, commanding such order, they know who's in charge. Gifts were given to one and to all for the children of Smithville, some big and some small. A present each got until there were none. To his crew he exclaimed, "That's a job well done." With the help of townfolk, they cast off with a cheer, and he pulled the barge back down the Cape Fear. With his task now completed and smiles all around, he sailed the barge out and straight for the Sound. We heard the pilot yell as they went out of sight, "Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night." And Merry Christmas to all of you, and you have a good night.